Hello everyone. So as we know that we are solving top 50 array questions of Geek for Geek. So we are at level 2 problems. Okay. So right now we are going to solve this question. Write a program to cyclically rotate an array by one. Okay. So this is the question. In this question we have to rotate the array by only one. Okay. So what do I mean by that? So we can see that this is the input array, and we have to make this like this. Okay, so let's try to understand this question. So let's assume we have a input array like this: 1 2 3 4 5. In this question we have to rotate the array. Okay, so by rotating by means only one time. So it is going to be like this: 5 is going to be at first place, and all the rest of the uh, elements are uh, going to increase by one. Like it is going to look like something like this: 5 is going to be at the first place, 1 is going to be at the second place, because in original it is at one first place, but in the updated array, in the answer array, it is going to be at the second place. 2 is going to be at the third place, 3 is going to be at the fourth place, and 4 is going to be at the last place. Okay, so this is how we can rotate the array by one. Okay, we have rotated the array by only one. Okay, so let's try to do this question in better way. Okay, so we have this input. Okay, and what we are going to do, we are going to store this last element. This last element we are going to store this last element into a temporary variable. Okay, so we just stored into a temporary variable. Okay, and after that we are going to run a loop. Okay, and we are going to run a loop from n minus 1 to 1. Okay, we are going to run a loop from here, from 5 to 2. Okay, so at each instance of the loop, what we are going to do, we are going to do something like this: array I is equal to array of I minus 1, which is basically we are assigning the previous value into the current value. Okay, so let's try to do that. Okay, so at the first instance of the loop we are at 5. Okay, so at the place of 5, what we are going to assign array I minus 1, which means 4. Okay, at the place of 5 we are going to assign 4. Okay, at in the next iteration we will be at 4. So at the 4 we are going to assign 3. Okay, and in the next iteration we will be at 3. Okay, so at the place of 3, what we are going to assign, we are going to assign the previous value, which is 2. Okay, and at the place of 2, what we are going to do, we are going to assign 1. Okay, what we are going to assign 1. Okay, and after that we are going to stop the iteration. Okay, so after stopping the iteration, our array will look like something like this, because okay, because we have not done anything to the zeroth element, so it will look something like this: 1 1 2 3 4. And after the iteration, what we are going to do, we are going to store the temporary variable into the uh, zeroth index. Okay, so after doing that, it will look something like this: 5 1 2 3 and 4. And you can see that this is the answer array. Okay, this is how we can rotate the array by only one time. Okay, so just go to the let's just go to the code editor, and let's write the code for it. Okay, let's just clear it out. Okay, fine. And we are at a code editor, so let's try to run the code. So first of all, what we are going to do, we are going to store the last element at a temporary variable. So we are doing that. Okay, we have stored the last variable into a temporary variable. After that, we are going to run a loop. So we are running a loop from n minus 1. Okay, we are going to run the loop from n minus 1, and we are going to run this loop to 1th index. Okay, not 0th index. We are going to run this loop to 1th index, and we will be gradually decreasing the I. Okay, at every instance, what we are going to do, array I is equal to array I minus 1. So this is what we are going to do at every instance. And after all this, we are just going to store the temporary variable into the zeroth index. So, so we are going to do something like this. And after that, just try to run the code that if it is working or not. As you can see that our output is getting matched with the expected output. So our basic test cases are getting passed. So let's try to submit the code and see that it is getting submitted or not. It is running or not. So as you can see that we have solved this problem. Okay. So uh, next we are going to solve this problem, find the missing integer. Okay. So until then, thank you.